Hey everyone, well today on the Toy Tomb we're going to take a look at a really neat handheld electronic game made by Atari called Atari Touch Me! Touch Me! This is a pretty neat little handheld game. This is not my original. I've lost my original to the ravages of time. But I did have one of these when I was a kid. I used to get these kind of games in my Christmas stocking. You know, I got a Battlestar Galactica Space Alert, you know, the Football 2 by Mattel, which I still have those and everything. But I always liked the Atari Touch Me, basically because I liked the game Simon, made by Milton Bradley. Now, what was really cool about the Touch Me arcade game is it was pretty obscure. Basically, it was the same type of gameplay. You had 4 big buttons that you would repeat a pattern that was given to you. I've never seen the Atari Arcade Touch Me ever in an arcade. It was pretty obscure, I think, even back then. I would like to see one in person eventually, but it is a pretty neat little machine. It was kind of cool. Now, of course, you know, Ralph Baer, the father of the Odyssey game system, everything, he saw the potential in this arcade Atari Touch Me. So he took that concept and he made Simon by Milton Bradley. Simon went on to be hugely popular. I've got one around here somewhere, plus they made a little handheld version as well. Well, Atari saw how well the Simon game was doing out there in the market. So they decided to release their own version of Simon, and they just called it Touch Me, based on the arcade game. Well, it's kind of neat. It's kind of interesting how they used to go back and forth and taking each other's concepts. You know, a lot of people talk about how Ralph Baer was demonstrating his brown box game system, and one of the games on it was tennis. And of course, Donald Bushnell saw that, and a lot of people speculate that he took that concept and made Pong. Well, it looks like Ralph struck back and he saw the Touch Me game and decided to release Simon. So it's kind of funny when you read these early history stories in the retro video game world of all the stuff that happened back then. But anyway, let's take a closer look at this little guy. So here's a nice close-up of the box. The Atari Touch Me! I like this little gatefold box. It's pretty nice. The artwork is pretty cool on here. Look at the back here. Touch Me by Atari. 3 games in 1 of computerized fun. Repeat my lights and sounds. Watch out, 3 misses and you're out. Repeat as long as you can. The sounds you make me play. 3 misses and I win. Each player has a color touch. Miss your color and you're out. Pretty cool. By Atari, the inventors of Pong. Oh, here we go. Atari, the inventors of Pong, now brings you a new dimension in action-packed electronic entertainment. Atari's Touch Me was originated in 1972 as a coin-operated game. Now comes to you as a handheld electronic toy. The game's controlled by its own computer, which challenges all ages. Electronic games from Atari, you never had so much fun. They had some great slogans and artwork back then. So let's open this box up. Open the box. What's in the box? Alrighty, there we are. It's in the box. So right there's the handheld unit itself. Take out his little protective sleeve. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. On, off. 3 different game modes. It does take a 9-volt battery. We also have a warranty card and the instruction manual. Atari Touch Me instruction manual. Shows how to play the game, describes all the different buttons. So we have here, on here we have the display, the highest score reach. Last button plays the last sequence again. We got our start button, the skill button. Pretty cool. put a battery in this bad boy and give it a try. All right, we turn the power on. If this comes up, it'll ask you what skill level you want to play. So we hit the start button, and you'll see it'll scroll through 8, 16, 32, and 99. So that's how many colors you have to guess. So we're going to do 8. So we get up here to 8. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to do 8 tones. I hit the start. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Mm-mm-mm. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, well, that was try number 1. So see, I had one failure there. Okay, let's try it again. And I won! Yay! So if we hit the last button, it'll play the last sequence. And the high score button will tell you how many that player had guessed. Now I like how they got the colors on here. They got the different color buttons. It's very Simon-esque. Very, very neat. It's not a bad little handheld game. If you're into Atari products, this is kind of neat to have in your Atari collection. I kind of enjoy this game. Like I said, I got it for Christmas one year, and you know, at the time, they didn't really have a portable Simon game. They just had that real big thing. So this was kind of nice just to throw in your pocket and take with you on the go. And it's actually a fairly fun game. It didn't sell as well as the Simon game, but it's still a very fun game to play. Now, what's really neat is on the Atari 2600, they also released a Touch Me game as well. It was called Brain Games. And it was basically the same game as Simon, but you had a grid of 6 squares that you had to follow along and try to follow the tones. It didn't have any color stuff on it, like the Simon game did. But it was still a neat game on the Atari 2600 if you were really into Simon and all those types of games. And of course, later on, we had a guy write a homebrew game called Video Simon for the Atari 2600, which you could download over on Atari Age, and it looks just like Simon, the regular Simon game that you can play. So it's really fun to play around with this thing. So anyway, that was Atari Touch Me, a really neat handheld game from the late 70s, one of my favorites in my collection. Thanks for watching.
Hey, there's Hasbro. Hasbro makes toys. What's new, Hasbro? Pretty sneaky, sis.
Remember, you can tell it's Mattel. It's... Okay, let 'em go. Some of the great SSP racers for 72.
M-A-R-X spells Mark's world's largest toy maker.
Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy, and so do girls. And remember, if it isn't Duncan, it isn't Yo-Yo.